What is going on YouTube? Joe here with Color Nation Media, and welcome back for another live Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle against a subscriber/follower on Twitter. Today we are up against Nicole, and I'm not sure if we have faced this particular subscriber/follower on the channel before, but I'm sure it'll be a good match nonetheless. We're bringing the same exact team. I know this is the third video we're using this team. I don't do that very often, but I'm doing it today. And I just like the way this team has played so far. We're 1-1, and I just like using it. So basically, that's what we're doing. It's a mixed tier match. It's going to be a maximum of 2 OU Pokemon. So I have defensive Charizard X there, and Clawdina the the Crawdaunt with the Dragon Dance and Focus Sash and all that jazz. Those are my 2 OU Pokemon. I know Crawdaunt is BL, but you know, basically it can only be used in OU. Then we have specially defensive Togetic, we have Rhyperior, which is going to be our Stealth Rock setter, Assault Vest, Electros, and Persian with a Silk Scarf. So as we are getting started today, just a friendly little reminder for you guys, if you haven't done so already and you would like to show some support to the channel and the series and all that good stuff, just a friendly little reminder. It only takes a couple seconds to click that thumbs up button right below this video, or leave, you know, your thoughts in the comment section below, some suggestions, whatever it may be. All your support really does help out a lot, so I try to thank you guys at the beginning of every episode that I can remember. I know it sounds like a broken record and it takes extra time and all that stuff, but it's important you guys know that you're appreciated. So, let's take a look here. Nicole is bringing Golbat, Cacturn, which is a threat, Gengar, Reuniclus, Snorlax, and Magnezone. So the 2 OU Pokemon are Gengar and Magnezone there. Golbat is very, very bulky. Lots of bulk here going on both sides, I guess you could say. Now, as for getting up Stealth Rock, which is what I think immediately at the beginning of a match, that Golbat could very easily be carrying the Defog. And I don't really see anything that wants to set up rocks on my opponent's side, so I don't think I'm going to worry about it. If I had to predict a lead, I don't know what I would predict here. Maybe the Golbat. That's very possible. I think I want to lead off with Charizard. As silly as that sounds, yeah, we're just going to lead off. No. I'm going to lead off with... I know what I'm going to lead off with. Not Charizard. We're going to lead off with Persian. Because Persian is amazing as a lead, because you get the fake out pressure, you can taunt things if you think they're going to set up hazards or status you can U-turn out, you can knock off an item. There's just a lot of things that Persian can do. It's just so useful. It really can't take hits very well, so you don't want it, you know, to be left in to just take hits left and right, but it is a very useful Pokemon. So we see Swagnazone starting things off here, which could have Sturdy, but it most likely has the Magnet Pull, which is not really going to come in handy for my opponent at this point because I don't have any Steel types. So, but just in case you do have Sturdy, I do want to Fake Out here and break that Sturdy, because if I need to one-shot you later on, I want to make sure that I have the opportunity to do that. Now, we may just see a Volt Switch coming our way here, and I really don't know what this could be running. It could be a Choice Scarf, that's fairly common. It could be Choice Specs. It could be Assault Vest, that's what I like to run on it. And Rhyperior, unfortunately, is not really the best switch for us. I think the healthiest switch would be the Electros. And we're going to scout right here to see if it's Scarfed, and we're going to go for a U-turn. If he outspeeds, he's Scarfed. Nope. Alright, so you're going to be something else. That's not going to deal a lot of damage, but we combined between those 2 hits, we did maybe about 15%. That's something. And Electros is definitely the safest switch here, because we may see a Flash Cannon coming out predicting Rhyperior here. Yep, there's the Flash Cannon, and this is not very effective, and we have the Assault Vest working in our favor there, so that's fantastic. My opponent does not have any ground types that I can remember off the top of my head. In fact, Electros kind of poops on their team. So, I would love to go for a Volt Switch, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go for a Flamethrower first here. We do see the withdrawal, and this should be an obvious play. The Gengar is going to come out, so if you had Focus Sash, obviously that's not going to be a thing anymore. And that, wow, that almost does half. That almost does half. We see the Black Sludge come out, so I'm kind of wondering if you're a sub-disable set. That is a little bit worrisome, but I'm going to go for the T-Bolt here. We can take any hits, and we see the withdrawal. The double comes out into the Vanilla Ice, which is the Snorlax, and Snorlax can most definitely take a hit from Electros here. And yeah, that doesn't do much at all. We see the lefties, so really all that did was just get some nice damage off in the Gengar and allow us to see what it is that my opponent was running on it as far as an item. We're going to Volt Switch out now. Unfortunately, we do outspeed, and that means a free either a hit or a setup here, none of which I really enjoy. I don't know what Snorlax typically runs. I just haven't run into a lot of them, to be completely honest with you guys. I would love to go out into Rhyperior here because I can set up some Stealth Rocks. Actually, that Cacturne could be Focus Sash, so getting up rocks might be essential to us actually pulling away with a victory here. So yeah, let's go into the Rhyperior. I'm not really afraid of Snorlax, and we can Dragon Tail out if he wants to curse. Now he's just going to go for the Body Slam. Please don't get the Paralysis. That's not going to do much. No Paralysis, and the lefties is going to bring us back up to almost full health. So this is good. We may see Golbat switch in here, predicting the Stealth Rocks. It's very, very possible. But I'm not going to mess around with that. I'm just going to go ahead and get up the rocks here. As my opponent stays in, that is troublesome. What do you have for me? Whirlwind. Okay, you don't like the Rhyperior being out here, that's for sure. And we're going to get a nice safe switch into Clawdina here, which is going to be troublesome because the question is, are you going to predict a superpower? Are you going to be real? I would love to go for knockoff, but a superpower will kill this thing. I don't know that knockoff will. No, I'm not going to go for superpower because Gengar is around, and that's a huge problem if Gengar gets a safe switch in, because I really don't have anything that can absorb hits. It would be Togetic, and Togetic obviously is weak to Sludge Bomb, so I'm not messing around here. I'm going for the knockoff. I'm going to sacrifice my Focus Sash to deal a butt ton of damage to this thing. He does go for the Body Slam, and that is to be expected. I really hope that there's no paralysis going on here. There is not, and Aqua Jet would be great to go for, but I'm not going to do that because Cacturne is around. It has Water Absorb, and we outspeed anyway, so we can go for a knockoff to kill this thing, and my opponent is going to leave it in. So that is a special wall pretty much just removed here. Now my opponent gets a safe switch into anything that he wants, or she. He or she. I think it's a he. It's just a female character because their avatar on Twitter and everything leads me to believe that they're male. Anyway, yeah, so I hope you guys are doing okay today. Like I said in the previous recording, I'm just doing a bunch of recording today. Just recording a bunch of Wi-Fi battles. I recorded some CM Strats videos, and I'm just having a nice time. With the rocks, I think an Aqua Jet might kill. And I want to go for it. I really, really do. And I am going to go for it. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, I thought maybe we were getting baited to get a safe switch into the Cacturne, but that would have been silly because you could have just went into the Cacturne anyway. And Clawdina takes out the Gengar. That was beautiful. Oh, Clawdina is just so powerful. Out comes the Swagnazone. And, I don't know if this thing's running max speed or not. That is what scares me. I would love to go for Aqua Jet just to get as much damage as possible off on this thing, but if we can get a knockoff on it, that would be absolutely amazing. I don't trust that we're going to be faster, though. I really don't. I don't think we are. So the question is here, what do we go into? I would love to go into Electros again. Because I kind of want to save that Aqua Jet. Are we going to need it? We've got Golbat and Cacturne. Aqua Jet does nothing. Absolutely nothing. I kind of want to just sacrifice this and go into Electros, because Electros can handle a lot of the remaining Pokemon. So yeah, we're going to sacrifice this thing at this point. And should it be Aqua Jet? Yeah, it should be Aqua Jet. That should be what I go for here. So I'm gonna go for it. He's gonna withdraw, predicting me to switch out. And the Cacturn is gonna come out. I wish I went for knockoff. Alright, we should definitely outspeed. He's gonna get his Focus Sash back up. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That was a good play because now the Stealth Rocks didn't really matter there. That is a problem. That is a big problem. I'm gonna go for a superpower here now that Gengar is gone, and there's the Drain Punch. So this Cacturn actually does outspeed us. Poor Clawdina. Poor Clawdina. That's just not a good time. We can go into Ego here to get a nice little Dazzling Gleam off. That might actually just force this Cacturn out because Ego here, Fairy Flying, not quad resist, 2 times resist the Grass type stab, 2 times resist the Dark type stab, 4 times resist Drain Punch. So that is an option, but I kind of want to just go to Charizard and burn you, to be perfectly honest. That would solve everything right there. So you know what? I'm gonna go for it. We're gonna go into Charizard here. I really am not gonna have much, use for this Charizard otherwise, because Magnezone poops on it. Well, that is before the Mega Evolution, of course. Now, what would you want to switch in on this? I don't know. So I'm gonna just Willow you. I'm gonna go for it. There's no way to know what Charizard this is gonna be either, so there's the guessing game that I always forget about when I use Charizard. So I feel like I just don't use Charizard very often. But Charizard X is one of my favorite Pokemon this generation that was introduced. And we're gonna see the Cacturn withdrawal, and out comes Wallace, the Golbat. He's gonna take a nice chunk from the rocks, and we're gonna Mega Evolve, so my opponent will now see what it is that we're running. And I hope we get a burn off here for some nice residual damage on this thing, because Golbat is annoying. It's just so bulky. There we go. And we've kind of given away the fact that we are a defensive spread here. Now, the only thing I think that this thing might want to do is, what would you want to do? Defog maybe, just for the Cacturn. To have its Focus Sash. I guess that could be a thing. You could go for a Toxic here, which is why I would kind of like to go into Ego, just so we can get some things to happen. As far as Heal Belling and all of that jazz. Decisions. Unfortunately, Ego can't really touch Golbat, so I'm going to go into Persian here, because we can taunt you, and then we can also go for a nice little knockoff as well, and get rid of your Eviolite, which will definitely help out a lot. There's the Defog, and I don't like that so much. I really don't like that at all. So we see the burn, and we still have an opportunity to set up more rocks. Yeah, that Cacturn has to be Focus Sash, because there's no reason at this point in the match for my opponent to want to go for the Defog. There really isn't, unless he has a Focus Sash user, because this Golbat, I mean, it's not dead, but I don't think it's going to be doing a whole lot. I go for the knockoff as the Golbat stays in here. So we get rid of the Eviolite, and we see the Roost coming. I guess my opponent may have predicted a fake out. Actually, I probably should have went for it there, but I kind of thought my opponent might switch. So there's that. Now my opponent can switch out, and I'm going to go for the U-turn. If he stays in, I'm going to say a Toxic. Oh, he does stay in. I should have taunted you. We've seen 2 moves so far that are not attacking moves. I'm guessing Brave Bird is your only attacking move. So if I had to guess... I'm gonna go into Rhyperior, actually. Go for the Brave Bird. Go ahead. Be my guest. Oh, there's the Toxic. Okay, so, yeah, basically, anytime this Golbat is on the field, we need to taunt it, because Toxic, Defog, Roost is all we've seen so far. And I'm not really a big fan of that so much. Now, I would actually really like to go for an EQ, predicting the Magnezone to come out here. I really, really would. The other part of me would like to go for a Stealth Rocks, just to make sure that the Cacturn, you know, obviously has problems. Let's go for the Stealth Rock here. We see the Roost again. I should have went for the EQ. Oh, that would have been close to a dead Golbat. Actually, you don't have the Eviolite. You don't even have the Eviolite. Ah, man. Okay. Alright, alright. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go into the... I just played that very, very badly. I could have really just put the nail in the coffin for this match. And instead, this is very much so anyone's game. You're going to go for the Defog here. So that could allow us to get a nice taunt off and then switch out into Ego, but I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to go straight into the Togetic, make sure I get the Heal Bell off. I don't want Rhyperior taking all that damage, because then I won't be able to take a hit for, you know, anything. You were just going to Roost stall me, just Toxic stall, basically. You were at just about full health. So that's all you were doing, and I don't like that so much. I'm not a fan. Heal Bell it is. That should be obvious at this point, but that's what I'm going to go for. You're going to go for the Defog, which is fine. And we still haven't seen the other move, have we? We've only seen Roost, Toxic, Defog. Yeah. This is what I'm saying. Golbat is such a problem. It really, really is just a problem all the time. So I'm actually going to switch in Persian here to taunt you. You haven't seen the taunt yet, but I just want to. I want you to be taunted. What can I say? What can I say? There's the Toxic. You just want everything Toxic. I wish I had a Steel type, but then Magnezone could, you know, whatever you call it, Magnet Pull, and that's not really a fun time. And let's see here. Let's go for a nice Fake Out, and then we will taunt. He stays in. He's all about keeping this Wallace in here. That did a lot of damage. I'm guessing the Roost would be coming this turn. So if we taunt you, you're most definitely going to switch out. And then if we can get rocks up, I think this Golbat might just be dead. And that would be the best possible thing that could ever happen. Taunt, and then we will U-turn out, and we're definitely going to get some momentum here, unless you just stay in and go for the Brave Bird, as he tries the Toxic, predicting, I guess, the Togetic maybe to come in. This U-turn is not going to do much. I'm so happy Persian has taunt. That's what I should have did the first time. That was what my instinct told me to do, and I kind of just ignored it. And, wow, you're going to stay in? So, it's taunted, so Brave Bird is coming. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. And that might actually, with the recoil, that might actually just kill off this Golbat. Now that I'm thinking about it. It depends here. If I go into Rhyperior and take no damage whatsoever from it, maybe that'll allow him to survive, and then I can get up rocks for the Cacturn. Otherwise, I don't think it's worth it, though. I think our best play is to go into Volvagia here. Allow this Golbat to kill itself off. And that way the Cacturn can't come in and just do everything for free. There's the Brave Bird, and that does a whopping 20 HP, 21 HP, and the burn will indeed finally finish off Wallace the Golbat, and she hung in there, taking hits left and right. Oh, man. Alright, Jelly Belly is going to be the incoming Pokemon here. I don't know what this thing is going to want to do. I have no idea what this thing wants to do. I would love to go into Persian, yet again, to fake out and knock off, taunt this thing, because I feel like Calm Mind could be a thing, and I don't really want to get swept. Yeah, let's switch into Persian. I know we're poisoned, but yeah, the fake out pressure really isn't going to do much for that Magnezone. So let's bring, or the Cacturne really. There's the Psy Shock. Okay, I was not expecting an attacking move there. And that just one-shots poor Persian, so we basically just used you for fodder. And let's see here. We could go into Rhyperior and set up rocks just to make sure that that Cacturne can't really do much to us. Let's see. I guess Ego could do something, but I'm not really confident. This thing probably has Magic Guard too. This thing is a problem, is basically what I'm trying to say. We still definitely have a chance to lose this. Yeah, I wish you had Psychic and not Psyshock. Let's go into the Rhyperior. And, well, that could have been really bad. You probably have the Energy Ball, don't you? Yeah, that could have been very, very bad indeed. I don't think I want to waste my time on the Stealth Rocks. Do I? Do I want to do that? We need to damage this thing, basically, is what I'm saying. So here's the EQ. Can we get a nice chunk of damage off on this? Yes, over half. There's the Psyshock. That's not going to kill in any universe because it hits on our defensive side. And yeah, we can take that. And with the lefties, I'm thankful that we were able to get the Heal Bell off earlier. We can take one more, which means we can get the Stealth Rock up. And is it worth it, or should I just try to kill this thing? I think I want to set up Stealth Rocks here. And he's going to withdraw. Is he going to go into the Cacturne? Are you really going to go into the Cacturne? You are going to go into the Cacturne. That was a great move. That was a great move, predicting me to go for the Stealth Rocks. Alright, I mean, we get a little bit more lefties recovery, but we can't take on this Cacturne. We can't. It's not something that's going to happen. I guess we have to go into Ego. Unfortunately, we don't have any more priority. But we don't have much of a choice. At least we resist the 3 moves that Cacturne would typically carry. Sucker Punch, Seed Bomb, and Drain Punch. We've already seen the Drain Punch. He probably has the Swords Dance as well. He was so adamant about not having the rocks up that, you know, I've said multiple times throughout this battle that I'm really thinking he's going to be Focus Sash. And the rocks really didn't do us any good. I should have went for the EQ or even Rock Blast. But I figured that Rock Blast would probably miss. And we see the Swords Dance go up here. This is just not good. The question is, can we take 2 hits? I don't know if we can. I really don't know if we can. I'm going to go for a Dazzling Gleam, though, which is super effective. There's the Seed Bomb, which I guess is his most powerful move. And yeah, that's not going to do anywhere near enough. Ego just sucking up the hits. And Cacturne, unfortunately, doesn't quite get taken down to the Sash. Somehow just barely gets outside of that. And we could go for a Roost here, just to try to get back up to as high of an HP range as possible for when that Reuniclus / Magnezone comes in. But I think killing this thing is much more important. So we're going to go for the Dazzling Gleam. My opponent goes for the Seed Bomb. And no crit, so that's good. We're definitely within a range where Magnezone can come in and revenge kill us here. Flash Cannon, Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, any of that will take us out. The Stealth Rocks that we got up a few minutes ago are going to be completely meaningless. And yeah, out comes the Swagnezone. I could go into the Electros, but I don't want to take unnecessary hits. I will go for a Roost on the off chance I can survive a hit. I don't think I can. I really, really don't think I can, but Ego has surprised me before. Now, there's the Flash Cannon. We don't even get the chance to Roost up because, you know, we're not invested in speed or anything, and Togekiss, or not Togekiss, why do I keep wanting to call you Togekiss? You are not a Togekiss. Blah, blah, blah. All right, at this point, we can go into Electros, right? Electros, yeah, Electros it is. And we can go for a nice little Flamethrower. I hope that Reuniclus is Magic Guard and not Regenerator, otherwise we could be in a little bit of trouble. Go for the Flamethrower here. We see the withdrawal predicting the Flamethrower. Out comes the Jelly Belly. Oh, it is Regenerator. Wow, okay. So we need to be careful with this. We definitely need to be careful with this. Flamethrower does a butt ton of damage because of a crit. And now you're in a range where T-Bolt will definitely kill you. So I see no reason to just not go for it. And I'm going to go for it. And we see the withdrawal again to get the whatchamacallit, the Regenerator off. And meanwhile, Magnezone is taking a little bit of damage here and there. And wow, was that a crit as well? No, it was not. Okay, so this Magnezone just takes a lot of damage from this. And do I want to go for a T-Bolt? Part of me wants to go for a T-Bolt, predicting that Reuniclus to come back in. But I think I'm just going to go for the Flamethrower to ensure the kill. Oh, the Volt Switch comes out. I should have went for the T-Bolt. Ah! My opponent is getting me to do all of the moves that they want me to do, basically. And I have to play this way. I have to play safe because I'm in the lead. We're trying to bring the match home here is what I'm trying to say. So we get a nice Flamethrower off. I think 2 Flamethrowers will kill at this point. We should outspeed Reuniclus. So I'm going to go for Flamethrower again in the off chance you want to bring the Magnezone out. You do not. So you're just going to go down to this Flamethrower. Goodbye, Jelly Belly. That is going to seal the match, ladies and gents, because there's no way that this Magnezone is going to take out the rest of my team. Especially because Charizard X specifically resists the stabs of this thing. So this is going to be what appears to be a 3-0 unless you have something that would destroy Electros's life here. Gonna click Flamethrower, and we see the hidden power, probably Fire, coming out here. Either Fire or Ice. Either way, it's neutral. Doesn't deal that much damage because we can soak that up with our Assault Vest. And Swagnazone, which is a great name for a Magnezone, by the way, is going to go down to the Electros Flamethrower, and that is going to be the match, ladies and gents. I hope you enjoyed the match. Thank you very much for the match, Nicole, or whatever your name in real life is, because I'm pretty sure you're a guy, as I said earlier from your Twitter account. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. In the next match, we are going to be changing up the team. I'm not going to use the same team 4 times in a row. That is just silliness. As much as I love this team, I am not going to do that to you guys. So we'll switch things up. We'll get all new faces in there. Probably going to be a lower tiered match since we saw some higher tiered Pokemon here. Probably go down into PU or NU or something. So be on the lookout for that if you follow me on Twitter. And with that being said, that is it for this video. So yeah, I will see you all next time. But until then, game on.